I think it's time I show you guys my entire roster of locomotives. I've got them all set out all over the place, and we're going to take a look at them because a lot of you guys have actually asked for this, and I thought it'd be a good time to do it. This video is brought to you with support from Model Railroad Academy. Model Railroad Academy is your online resource for model railroad tips, tricks, tutorials, and layout tours. It's got a lot of great stuff on there, and you can check them out in the link in the description below. And right now, you can get a special offer. You can get your first year for just $1.49. Now, that's for new members only. You can check them out in the link in the description. Let's jump right into this with the largest single group of locomotives in terms of road names that I have, which is Norfolk Southern. I've been collecting Norfolk Southern longer than any other road name. This was the railroad around me when I grew up, and it's still very prevalent where I live, so I see these black locomotives all the time, so it's kind of natural that I would collect a lot of these. But this is what I have. I have a lot of SD40-2s as well as a good mix of other EMDs and GE. But let's go ahead and get started with it. I have a Bachmann Jeep 38, then I have a Kato SD70M and a Scale Trains ET44 in their hypotypical. And then as we move on to the next row of locomotives, you can see that I have a Kato SD70 Ace, then I also have a Fox Valley Models Jeep 60, then a Bachmann SD40-2, and a Scale Trains Rivet Counter -940C, then a Broadway Limited High Hood SD40-2, then a Scale Trains GE-9. I then have 3 more Kato SD40-2s and 2 Broadway Limited SD70 Aces, and then I have a Scale Trains SD40-2 and then 2 of their Operator ET44s and a Broadway Limited SD40-2 bringing up the rear. Next up, we'll do the second largest group, which is CSX. CSX was one that wasn't too familiar to me, even though I knew who they were, until I moved into the Charlotte area. So I have mostly GE power with them, and I have a couple of EMDs as well. We're starting off with an AC6000 from Broadway Limited, an SD40-3 from Scale Trains, and I have a Scale Trains AC4400 and a Broadway Limited ES44AC, and then I have 2 more AC4400s, one from Kato and one from Scale Trains, then another ES44 from Scale Trains, and an SD40-2 from Intermountain. Now we're going to take a look at the Blue Ridge and Western part of my roster. That's my freelance railroad, and it's got a few things that you actually may have not seen as part of the Blue Ridge and Western before. The Blue Ridge and Western fleet has been growing. I'm building it as kind of like a second-hand, hand-me-down kind of fleet, and we're going to have a hodgepodge of different power. So there's a lot of cool things that are going to be going on here, and I haven't quite got everything marked up yet, but it's going to be coming soon. And yes, that E8 and that F3 are part of the current fleet, and I'll explain why here in a minute. But let's go ahead and go through the whole roster. First of all, I've got a Scale Trains AC4400, a couple of Atlas Jeep 15s, a Scale Trains Rivet Counter C39-8, and an Intermountain SD40-2. And then as we move on, I've got 2 Broadway Limited engines right here. I've got an E8 and an F3, and then I have a Kato SD90 Mac and a Scale Trains Rivet Counter SD40T-2. And then in the back, I have another Jeep 15 from Atlas and an Atlas SD9. Moving on, we've got another SD9, 3 NW2s, 1 from Broadway Limited and 2 from Kato, and then an SW7 from Broadway Limited. These are all going to have very specific functions, including some tourism excursions. That's right. The E8 and F3 from the CNO and the Norfolk and Western NW2 are going to be excursion diesel engines for the Blue Ridge and Western. My next group is literally all the other diesel locomotives that I have that I just bought because I like them or there's something special about them. So Like any good model railroader, I've got a collection of locomotives that I just like. I bought for no other reason than I just like them and I like running them. And this includes my first custom locomotive that I did, but I also got quite a collection of Amtrak in here and other passenger sets such as the Chicago 400, the Silver Streak Zephyr, these type of things. Right off at the front with the Scale Trains Rivet Counter Jeep 30, the Southern 2601 for the North Carolina Transportation Museum. I also have the Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit with the Southern, the 8099. I forgot to stick that in the Norfolk Southern thing, so I figured I would stick it up there. And then right behind it, you can see my two F59 PHIs in the North Carolina Railroad paint scheme. Those are from Athern. Then we start moving back through the Amtrak fleet, which includes 4 Siemens Chargers, 2 from Bachmann, and 2 from Kato, one of which is the Pacific Surfliner, and 2 Kato Amtrak P42s. Next up in line, we have a Chicago 400 E8 from Kato, an E5 from the Silver Streak Zephyr set from Kato, and then we also have the New York Central from Broadway Limited, and then one of those B units is a Kato B unit. In the back, I've got a Kato F40, a Kato Pocket Line Steeple Cab that I converted to DCC, and a Broadway Limited Yadkin Valley Custom SD40-2. In the back, we have a Broadway Limited P5A box cab. Then we have a Kato SD70 Mac in the Alaska Railroad paint scheme. Next up, we have an A-B set of F7s from Broadway Limited. And then we also have a Bachmann Jeep 38 in the Milwaukee Road paint scheme without the dynamic brake blister. And last but certainly not least, my steam engines. I am of the opinion that steam engines are absolutely gorgeous things to behold. They are the most beautiful machines that mankind has ever made, and it is the closest we have come to making a living, breathing machine. These things, they have tendencies, and they're absolutely awesome, which is why I have so many of them, and I love them. So let's go ahead and get started in the front row. At the front, I have my Kato Big Boy 4014 Excursion version and the Concord Class J-ish locomotive that I just converted. Then right behind it, I have a Broadway Limited Y6B in that fantasy paint scheme. Then I have the Conductors Club Broadway Limited Big Boy 4019 with smoke. Then an Athern Challenger in the Greyhound paint scheme, and then I have a Bachmann Yellowstone, the EM1 from the Baltimore and Ohio. Next up, I have 2 more Broadway Limited engines. One is a Big Boy 4023 in a fantasy paint scheme, and yes, that one has smoke as well. And then I also have the Broadway Limited T1 Duplex, the Pennsylvania Railroad. It is my only streamlined engine that I have. Then up next, I have the Reading T1 with smoke from Broadway Limited, the Broadway Limited Light Mikado Southern 4501, and then a Broadway Limited USRA Pacific 462 in the Boston and Maine paint scheme. Now this is going to change as we progress. I know I have quite a few locomotives on pre-order to the point where I don't know if I'm going to be able to display them all, and I might retire some and sell some. So who knows how this is all going to go. Maybe this is an annual thing that I do, that I show my updates to my roster, because you don't see every locomotive that I purchase in a video. It doesn't get its own video a lot of times. So yeah, so if you guys like this, just let me know in the comments. And if you have any special locomotives that you like in your roster, let me know in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, and happy railroading.